The following podcast is brought to you by the Ebb Tide Treatment Center. Many people wrestle with addiction. You don't have to. Reach out to the Ebb Tide Treatment Center, where they wish to empower each individual encountered with the support, hope, and tools required for long-term sobriety, priding themselves on providing the best possible treatment experience for you and your loved ones based on unique needs. They're committed to breaking the stigma that plagues those suffering with addiction and their families by educating and bringing awareness to the community. The Ebb Tide Treatment Center provides individual and group therapy, multiple recovery pathways for support, evidence-based clinical support, integrated aftercare social reintegration, personalized treatment planning, program addressing whole life health, and Vivitrol program, all available. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, reach out to them at ebbtidetc.com or call 844-430-4357. Hello once again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of AIW's The Card is Going to Change. Before we start our show, we want to thank our sponsors that help us bring this to you each and every week for free on all sorts of different platforms. Thanks to Smart Mark Video. They record all of our live events. You can buy DVDs or MP4s from smartmarkvideo.com. Shout out to Gary and Shannon. They're recording each and every one. Also, thanks to Angelo's Pizza. Try some of Angelo's award-winning pizza on Madison Avenue in Lakewood, Ohio, or have some of their pizza at one of our live events at Mount Carmel. On top of that, they have plenty of other delicious meals for you there. And also, of course, as always, thanks to Jack Prince, who handles all of our graphic design and printing needs. They can do all the same and more for you, including t-shirts, business cards, posters, absolutely anything that you could think of. Design all of it, and then get it made, and do all of that at jackprince.com.
That's jakprince.com.
Actually, it's jakprince.com.
Whoa, a little bit of back and forth there. The argument and indecision on who is going to take the great Chandler Biggins moment was done by Alex Worldwide Kellar and the Duke.
1279.
The Duke 1279.
This competition is over with, by the way. I slayed it last week.
Age before beauty all day.
Well, easy there, gentlemen.
Easy swinger.
They are both in the guest seat today. They're not sitting on each other's laps.
I'm on the couch.
They are in different chairs.
So, yeah.
They are
I get the
us
comfortable seat.
We're on fast lane.
As always, of course, we are joined by AIW owner John Thorne. My name is Steve Guy.
Stuck in the middle of these two.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Me?
Yeah, why can't you just leave?
We got
fucking
four
show.
mics.
Oh,
Four
God.
mics going. This is going to be
That's why people tune in.
quite the whirlwind.
We're booking the territory right now. We're going to get the Duke Weird World Order.
The World Order? I don't know about that. Oh, man.
The two pitched world order guys are in the same building.
Before we get
Creative
started,
geniuses.
Hey, man.
before we
Wolfpack.
completely get started, thank you, everybody, for joining us for JLUT Weekend and making that as fun as it could be. Thanks to Nax for hosting us night one for the after party, and Mayhall's hosting us for night number 2, the after party there. And happy Memorial Day to all of you people.
And happy
out
birthday
there.
to me.
And happy birthday to Alex Worldwide
Special
Kellar.
birthday episode.
Yeah.
I can't sign off on that last one.
Oh.
I mean, I don't even know what happened this weekend. I got to be honest with you. And it's not because we're recording this weeks in advance.
Well,
Hey, pretty much a safe bet.
Yeah.
Probably that would be the sentence no matter what day
really,
it
it's a
is.
safe bet. Yeah.
questionable decisions, I'm sure. This episode, folks, is dedicated to another AIW pop-up wrestling event.
And it comes with the theme of a birthday.
And it comes-
BPCW rides again.
Right, there it is. This happened to be a birthday party that we did out in Norwalk, Ohio at the Huron County Fairgrounds.
The middle of nowhere, by the way.
Yeah, it was little Alden's ninth birthday, right?
That was a kid's. I knew it was a 9th birthday,
Number
but
9.
that was a kid's name?
The
Okay.
very barn that I met my ex-girlfriend in.
Which one?
You met her in a barn?
In that very barn.
Which
Wow.
one?
The most recent.
This party came about essentially because folks, there are Brian Carson fans out there, and this
I'm curious.
At that birthday party, it turns out that young man was a Brian Carson fan. Actually, they met him at Monday Night Raw. Somehow, him being a professional wrestler came up in conversation.
Passing flyers out, maybe?
Can we do a quick aside?
What's that?
I'm going to tell a
story. We barely started the show.
I know, but this is a story about meeting somebody at Monday Night Raw.
Uh-huh.
And this is before I was even training.
Oh, okay.
And I was fucking buying a beer at the concession stand, and this guy comes up, and this is back when PWO was running wild. Okay. And this fucking guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you look a lot like Johnny Gargano." And I was like, "What?" Exactly. I fucking came out of a drunk stupor, fucking expensive.
What happened to Johnny?
And I was like, "I think I'm a little bit taller." He's like, "Really?"
Oh yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Fucking this day and age, my tan, fucking these guns. You fucking stay in NXT,
For the
Johnny.
second straight show he's appeared on worldwide is flexing for you, our listening audience.
Yes. I got it all. So lucky me.
Yeah.
Duke's just hiding in the corner right now from these. But that was just a funny fucking fan interaction that I had.
Since we're telling quick fan interaction stories.
Okay, great.
I was once recognized at San Diego Comic-Con at a wrestling comic book panel by some dude after it was the year we ran Absolution on iPay-per-view, which was 8, I think it was. I'm getting up from a panel on Thursday night, or from watching the panel on Thursday night.
Oh, you weren't on the panel.
No, I wasn't. It was it was that what the hell's the name of that comic book? Not Chokehold.
Headlocked.
Headlock. Thank you. Those guys. Van Dam was supposed to be there, but he no-showed. And so I went and checked it out, and I was getting up ready to leave, and this dude sitting in front of me goes, "Hey, aren't you the Duke?" And I'm like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, He goes, "Yeah, that was a great show the other night." I'm like, "Thanks." So I was recognized in San Diego.
Ever since then, the Duke always gets mad that Absolution runs on the same weekend.
Because you do it on purpose.
I don't do it on purpose.
I am convinced. I am convinced you run Absolution on the same weekend as Comic-Con because I've missed it 3 years in a row.
That's exactly what I do. I say,
you are enough of a dick to do that to me.
Well, I believe we broke last week's record for the Duke putting himself over. Much quicker this time.
No, I got. It's like a deli. I'm just bringing that tote board behind me.
I got 30 plus other talent schedules that I gotta work around. But you know what? When that San Diego Comic-Con's coming, it doesn't matter. That's when Absolution is.
The first thing in your head is, how can I fuck the Duke? Trust me on that.
That's certainly not the first thing in a girl's head.
No, I know that.
Yeah. The Duke 1279, as we told you last week.
That's right.
This week.
Then the Worldwide thinks that we run against Horrible Fest.
Right.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
it's
horrible.
his Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
Horrible Fest is like, well, sometimes it's 3 days. This year it's 2 days. It's fucking punk festival. It's been going like for 10 years now. It'll be running, well, it will have run right up the road from J-Lit, and all have partied so goddamn hard in that hot tub on Friday night. There's a hot tub in the back parking lot of Now That's Class. If you get in there early.
Now that's gross.
Yeah. If you get in there early enough, it's kind of all right, and maybe you just stay around too long.
It's kind of all right.
And then maybe you sit in it too long, and the next year you bring an egg timer because the year before you fucking stayed in there for 6 hours straight drinking like a dying man, and then
do they have like
fucked someone in the fucking hot tub, and then fought some guy that fucked the person after you? And
you know how bars have
You
like
just say, what the fuck?
well, hold on. You know how like bars have like those Jägermeister things where they they pour the shots, they chill them. Is there like a penicillin one at this thing where they just kind of take little shots of penicillin and
poppers run free?
Oh god,
We're not
it'll
gonna
be part of the battle chest that I will have exhausted by now.
you've said so many words that I don't know what you mean. I'm so confused.
We're just
right
gonna
now.
move on.
2017.
We'll have to teach you about poppers after the show.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Battle chest, poppers.
Back from all of that, there's so much.
Moving on to the 9-year-old's birthday party.
Back to the child's birthday party. We had
that's a good turn.
We had these two guys on because they both were involved.
I was the number 2 heel behind Duke.
The kid and his
See?
father
He
met
knows.
Brian Carson. They were fans. They helped set this up. Kid wanted a birthday party that had wrestling. We did that. His dad, shout out to Eric, he got involved. He was part of the main event. This whole thing had set up. And it was fun. We had a lot of guys. The Philly Marino experience was there.
Almost
We brought
didn't
them
happen
in.
though. It almost didn't happen.
Oh, yes. So here, folks, if you remember, Alex Worldwide Kellar sat
U-Haul.
in as our first original guest co-host without Biggins. We saw him that night, and that was the night, 2 nights before the birthday party, right? No, it was the night before. It was right the night. It was Saturday. Before Worldwide left bartender Nick Sanka's house, which was our studio for the evening, John Thornton and I said, hey, man, you need to go to the U-Haul because this AIW student isn't going to have a clue.
Hey, just because I said I had Christmas ales in my refrigerator didn't mean that you could drink them.
Well, that ended quickly.
Well, that's the implied him asking, hey, are those still good?
He got fired up.
Brother.
He got fired up. You need a new beer.
You know.
So John Thornton and I
I was saving those.
tell
For
Worldwide.
what? It's Christmas.
They're gonna fucking ferment in the goddamn fucking poison. I'm saving you from yourself.
I know that. I'm
we
saving it
said,
for a dark day.
You need to go to the U-Haul so that this kid understands how to work. There's a card on file. He's going to need help. We know it's going to get screwed up. You've done it before. You need to go.
I'm losing my goddamn mind in the fucking group chat. All the responsible people aren't there. I'm on 4 hours of fucking sleep. And
Sunday morning hits. And that kid did not go to the U-Haul.
Because this kid, this grown adult man. How old is Austin? Fucking 24?
You were the responsible man on duty that
I was the
morning.
responsible man on duty. No, this is where we get into
Which is just a bad move on a lot of different levels.
Here's the thing. I can coordinate moving a bunch of shit around, but when it comes to having over $100 in my fucking bank account, come on, get out of my face.
Well,
I keep all my shit at cash.
But all you had to do was show
can't
up.
trace me off the grid.
All you had to do was show up and say, the card is on file. We're picking this up.
Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking Austin had already fucked the dog so hard on that.
You're like my friend Cock Lesnards, who only has a safe full of cash.
I wouldn't say it's safe.
You guys really screwed over my day. I mean, the whole thing, the van was supposed to be picked up at 10:30. At 11:45, I get a phone call from Mr. Worldwide on
Because
my way
at
to
11
meet John Thorne for brunch, mind you, at
Your
XYZ.
brunch plans were ruined?
My brunch
Gasp.
Was it
My
brunch
brunch
with
plans
Scott
were
Norton?
ruined.
Then no one gives a shit.
It was not. It was with John Thorne, bartender Nick Sanka, and Scotty. Shout out to Scott.
Scotty, big fan of the fist bump.
He
Scotty.
is.
Yeah.
Big fan of the
Bump it.
worldwide.
So I have to not go to brunch, even though I'm pulling in. I got to go get this U-Haul because apparently none of the AIW students or wrestlers have $100 in their bank accounts.
I'm not even
Starving
paying
artists.
I'm not even paying attention to this story because I'm trying to watch Worldwide open this bottle of beer.
Fucking trash.
Do you know how that works?
Hey, you want to try Steve? Again?
Well, I got to talk, but yeah.
Well,
Oh, you don't have to. I'll tell you what I was
that
doing.
over.
I was doing through the whole fiasco. I was playing softball. That's what I was doing.
that's
So
the life. All right, well,
yeah.
here's the deal.
Little Sid
We're
Vicious
supposed
for
to
you.
pick up the fucking van at 10:30. And Austin,
Well, can we?
the day previous, had agreed that, yes, I will pick up the van.
And where were you the day previous?
I was doing what I do the day before any wrestling show. Yeah, you see, my bottle opener's a piece of shit, Steve Guy. You don't feel so fucking smart now, do you? Anyway, so I was doing what I do the night before any match, either eating a lot or drinking a lot. That's what I do. Because it might be my last meal and it might be my last drink because anything can happen in that ring.
You were specifically at a leather party.
I was at a leather party. That is true.
Yeah, with 40 dudes and a chick.
Oh, no. There was probably fucking good 150, 200 people there. And
The
probably
majority of which were dudes, right?
22% women, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, is that how you roll now? You roll with leather dudes?
No, I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with there being more dudes there.
It depends on what you're looking for, I guess.
I just took a diversity training course.
Yeah, because you're a
Yeah, you took a fucking diversity training course, and all of a sudden some Italian kid can't be Italian anymore. He has to be some whitewashed piece of fucking shit.
you're a cisgender heteronormative member of the patriarchy.
Youngstown, fucking, that's terrifying. Youngstown's one of the last strongholds of the fucking mafia. Fuck, god damn it.
So we get
I've
to
never heard of anybody with the last name Oliveri.
The fucking bass player for the goddamn Queens of the Stone Age before he got kicked out for being too much of a wild man. And fucking he was a goddamn wop.
All right.
Isn't this a wrestling podcast?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we get
I-
to we get to the venue.
I don't even know what's going on. I was just trying to say.
Eventually, so we get to
I was just trying to say that Worldwide
Yeah.
spent his entire Saturday night at a leather party, and that is why he was not prepared.
I didn't get home till about 4 a.m, and then I was up at about 9:30 in the morning. Because here's the thing: Austin also lives right up the street from the goddamn U-Haul. I'm 20 fucking minutes away, and this cocksucker. I was at a leather party. I could drop those fucking words. This cocksucker fucking sleeps in.
You can only say that if you're at a leather party.
No, you can't. You don't want to say that at a leather party.
Don't interrupt him. Let him get it
Sorry.
out. Just let him get it out.
So
This isn't the anti-Austin podcast.
Yeah.
no, I'm fucking. Well, no one's gonna know who Austin is after this because he'll have debuted a new fucking name by now,
That's true.
and maybe just Vargoed himself in his first match. But anyway, no, this motherfucker slept in because his phone was on silent. What the fuck? Your phone's on silent? Your alarm clock doesn't work? Also, why the fuck are you sleeping in like a fucking piece of shit? I'm fucking up fucking 4 hours of goddamn fucking sleep, hungover as shit, and this fucking little bastard can't fucking go get a goddamn fucking U-Haul?
Student heat, man.
More on people.
And scene.
More on people sleeping in a moment as he's
Student-
calling people out on that.
Student
So-
heat, man.
Hey, man.
So I go to the U-Haul to
I was playing
finally get
softball,
this
that's all I
truck.
know.
As I go there into the U-Haul, they say, "Oh yeah, your reservation was canceled because nobody had a card, and we were going to use the card on file." So the guy screwed something up in the system. They gave away our van to the person right before us. So now we have to go to a different U-Haul, get another truck. Finally, about 12:30, 1 o'clock, we're supposed to be at the venue at 1:30 to sever
And I couldn't be there because I was already eating my brunch.
which I
And
was
I did not drive.
I was busy.
We finally get everything going, and as Worldwide mentioned, people who were sleeping in, there is one member of the Weird World who was supposed to be on this birthday party show and didn't make it.
That had me double fucking stressed, but that's a whole other can of beans. And you know what I do when Weird Body sleeps in, and we're also having a bunch of dog shit troubles at the old fucking ring crew deal? For some reason, my go-to is the dinner box, the McDonald's dinner box.
That makes you feel better?
Yeah.
That's not a bad go-to.
I mean,
I'll be honest
it's
with you.
$12. It's a hell of a value.
It is.
I mean, really, like, you can polish it off in like 3 hours, and, you know, we're all athletes here, so we're going to metabolize that shit, right? Yeah.
Mark this down.
Not a
Timestamp.
sponsor, man. You
Timestamp.
should grab a melt sandwich.
Timestamp wherever this moment.
Nobody's got 3 hours to wait for a milk sandwich.
To go, man. You should get an Angelo's pizza.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
should get some linguine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shit. If I could drive through and get a goddamn deep dish Angelo's Meat Lovers, the day before my first ever match, I had one of those, and it was fabulous.
So we find out later on that Weird Body doesn't even wake up until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're already wrestling at that point in Norwalk, so he doesn't make the show. The show is filled with guys from Michigan. We
Michigan
had a guy dressed
guys.
as Superman.
Yeah.
That Superman guy was so.
Now, here's the beauty of a child's birthday show. There are a ton of
Did you get it open
9-year-olds
finally?
Yes.
All right, good.
Tons of 9-year-olds and little kids running around. You have never watched a wrestling show until you've seen it through the eyes of 9-year-old children because they bought hook, line, and sinker every baby face, every heel. Chase Burnett makes a return. He's on the show. He's so
Boola
hairy
Boy.
that
Boola
everybody...
Boy from CZW fans.
Yeah.
Some people know what I'm talking about.
The kids are calling him Bigfoot, even though he's about, 5'5", 5'6"? But
He's a hairy man.
He's a hairy
He's got
man.
quite the beard.
So the kids are just calling him
Before we even
Bigfoot.
get to that, I just loved that we showed up and the dad had a fully stocked.
Yeah, the dad hooked us up with food and beer and water.
That took me from piss to having the time of my life like that.
Fully stocked cooler full of alcoholic drinks for the workers.
Yeah,
and
thanks, Eric.
food.
Food, he had like a deli tray or pre-made sandwiches, chips,
Yeah, we had
beer,
different
water,
food.
pop.
We had different food than what they had at the actual birthday party. So much so that his 5-year-old, who went with mom to pick up the food, was angry that the deli sandwiches were not a part of the birthday party.
He's a kid. He had sloppy joes and hot dogs.
He had
5-year-old kid. What do you want?
He went into the back locker.
It's like
area.
Nirvana for a 5-year-old kid. And cake. They had cake too.
Now he wanted the deli.
I did not get any
sandwich.
cake. I
Big
was-
Twan got some cake.
Big Twan,
Wow.
student Big Twan,
Big
wanted to make
sucker.
sure that there was,
he was
food.
fucking smashing that cake. I think he had more. I think he ate the cake before the kid got the fucking candles.
Took it
Probably.
to go. So Chase Burnett was Bigfoot.
We don't
Superman
have to
was
talk
also in
about
that
this
match.
whole fucking card
I just
because
think
no
that
one's
it
ever
was-
gonna see. There wasn't even a video.
Yeah, there was
camera.
no videotaped evidence that the show happened.
Well, there was videotaped evidence of the Duke being chased by
Yes.
roughly
Yeah.
15
Yes.
children.
The idea
Yes.
is I bring up
50.
Superman is that we said going into this, John, we in our group chat, we told the students and everybody else who was part of it, look, if there's a gimmick you guys want to be or want to try out just for shits and giggles, this is the show to do it.
Did we ever?
Frankie Flynn wears a mask and is the Flying Fantastico.
Yes, he was. He was also Stephen Booth
from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yes, weird combination of Lincoln and Lincoln's assassin.
Yeah.
He's got the beard. He had the Lincoln T-shirt on.
The kids never put 2 and 2 together. That
No, except the Asian kid probably did.
Asian
Math.
kid was
Well, you had
smart.
words for him.
Well, it was math. He probably put 2 and 2 together.
I think one of the best parts about this entire show and how much these kids bought in is that the locker room area was like a long walk to the ring. I mean, this was such a casual.
Yeah, we needed freaking WrestleMania 6 ring carts, man.
We did not bring guardrails to this show, and the kids were sitting in bleachers. But then, as soon as the match was done, they walked every heel back in the locker room area, just booing the shit out of them. And there were multiple like screw yous were thrown out by 9-year-olds.
Yeah, probably a couple.
You sucks.
I believe when the Duke was in the ring, they said, "You're a grandpa."
They did.
One
say-
kid did call me a grandpa.
You did get called a grandpa.
And in order to be a grandpa, you need to have sex at some point. So I'm not a grandpa.
oh,
I know.
way to sell yourself to the league.
Hey,
Charming.
Putting myself under. That's what I'm doing.
It's the sequel.
about time.
It's the 53-year-old virgin. It's a sequel.
I didn't say ever.
okay.
Come on.
How about we had Alex Beardsley?
53 too. Come on, dude.
Yeah, 46.
Divulged his age for the first time. How about the
Care? Can't stop it. What the fuck do I
vicious
care?
vegan?
I
Remember?
thought I was going. I thought we were
I
going.
mean, I'm
higher.
33 now.
How about we had a character called the vicious vegan comes to the ring with vegetables.
Yeah, he took him off the
You
sandwich tray.
guys too concerned with all the.
He's just trying to keep.
No,
what Steve
here's
Guy's
the
trying to do.
Skip all the bullshit.
Steve Guy is hurting cats right now. He's trying to keep it all together.
Here's what I loved about. I wanted to bring the vegetables in because then for the rest of the show, you guys are getting pelted with cherry tomatoes.
I did not get any cherry tomatoes, but I did see some
Derek
enter the ring. Yeah.
got drilled with
Yeah.
cherry tomatoes multiple times. And then since
those parents were not keeping those kids under control. They were letting them throw whatever they
they
wanted.
were throwing all sorts of stuff.
But the kids really didn't do anything super dumb. Like they never really left the bleachers.
Didn't have to punch any of them.
They didn't. Yeah, I mean they
They were
were.
hanging on the ring a few times. I had to tell them to get off because I didn't want somebody going off the ropes and a kid just
I didn't
bouncing
see
right
that,
off
but
of it.
Only time you'll tell anyone what to do.
So of all the characters that were tried out, and this is why Worldwide is here, Stephen Booth didn't really go over. That was lost on the children. I think so
It was a
too.
little subtle.
So too was the character of Private.
Private Theodore Stephen Dunlop, PTSD.
Yeah. So here comes
Terrible.
Worldwide in a mask,
Just
This
terrible.
is a whole new.
And this is what I said to him. I said,
military pants.
this is what I said to him. I said, "Oh, so you're gonna be a big baby face, right? Kids love like army men,
Yeah,
you know, like
G.I.
GI
Joe."
Joes." And he goes, "No way, man! I'm gonna teach these kids that the military sucks."
No, just the way the fucking vets are treated sucks. You see, PTSD, he wears a mask to represent that every fucking vet is faceless and their plight is ignored by society in general.
This is way too deep for a 9-year-old's
and the
birthday
funny thing is,
party.
it was a fucking
There's a
lucha mask.
backstory here. There's
Well, either way, they hated my guts. but it
hey,
was
kid
probably
dress, guy dressed as Superman.
They did
Yay!
hate this guy's wearing a mask and yelling at us. Fuck him.
What about Duke? You took a stunner and a sharpshooter.
Yeah, well, the dad.
That dad
I
wanted
mean,
to punch you so bad.
I know, and I was just gonna say that the dad is like, so this is I'm in Vegas on like Monday.
Yeah.
and he texts me. He goes, "Hey, you're gonna come to this birthday party thing?" And I'm like,
Thorne, not the dad.
Yeah, Thorne.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, that thing in Norwalk. I was like, oh, yeah, what time? Because I didn't know what time I had softball. And he's like, be there at 2. I'm like, okay, cool. I can do that. So I get there, and then he tells me you're going to be the big bad heel that gets beaten up by the dad. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And he's like, just like a clothesline or something. I'm like, cool. So we get there. And Carson's got the whole, like, Carson's the booker man. He's got the pencil that day.
Yeah, Brian Carson
So,
took this whole card.
I said, "Have a blast, man."
Yeah. So he puts the whole thing together, and it's...
We didn't know that the dad got gear made.
Did he get gear made, or did he just buy? Because
Better gear than that Austin guy.
It looked
whatever
like
his
some
name
other.
ended up in.
It looked like some other people's gear, or maybe it's just common.
No, he
gear.
got gear.
He got
He
gear.
bought gear.
Okay.
To match Carson.
Yeah. It just looked. I looked like I'd seen it before, but so he's like gearing up in the back, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna have this tag match, 5-on-5, blah blah blah. At the end, dude gives you a stunner and double sharpshooters finish. Cool. So the dad kept going, hey, can I punch you? I'm like, yeah, no. I don't think so. And he's like, well, what if I'm like, here's all we're doing. I'm just going to feed around, boom, boom, boom. And he's like, well, what if I like spin you around and punch you? I'm like, no. I'm like, we're not doing that.
He knew you for
As soon as he walked away, I was like, yeah, just act like you're holding an invisible egg, trying to punch him as hard as you can in the neck.
Yeah, I'm like, no, we're not going to do that.
He only knew the Duke for a mere few minutes and already wanted to punch him.
I know. Well, no, he'd come to other shows I've been on, and he had
brought up to me several times that you have said some very mean things to his child.
Oh, I said even more mean things to his child at the birthday party. That's what I do.
If only you'd been at that show in Sandusky.
What about the end of the show?
The head shop show.
Oh, yeah.
You were spitting fire. I put you over a couple weeks ago.
Oh, dude, I fucking spit hot fire at that Sandusky show,
I love the end of the show. Duke is sitting on somebody's suitcase, drinking a beer. We're all done. He's all in his regular civilian clothes.
Duke regalia.
And the 5-year-old child walks over, comes back stage area. He just walks up to him and says, "You did a good job out there today, Duke."
Yeah, this 5-year-old kid actually sounded like a 30-year ring vet. He comes up to me, he said something else, which is funnier. He goes, "You did a good job out there today." I'm like, "Thanks, buddy." And Scotty fist bumped because that was the theme of the day, was the fist bump. And then he goes, "You get better every time I see you." I'm like, "Thanks, man."
The education system in this country is broken.
Duke's earning a fan.
Like, thanks for that deep analysis there, Fit Finley. I appreciate it.
Starting the Duke cult young.
This was after the intermission in which, like, 15
we were
people
out of water.
surrounded you.
We're out of water behind because anytime there's the word free and wrestlers in the same sentence, shit never lasts.
I was pounding those beers. I don't give a
So
fuck.
people were putting waters in their bag and, other shit. And so I needed a water. So I had to walk out to the cooler that was in the party area. So I go walking out there. And I make it like halfway, and the one kid sees me. So all the kids just start running around me, telling me I suck, hitting me in the chest. I'm like, I just want to get a bottle of water, you fucks. I'm like, leave me alone. And they're having a ball. I mean, that's fine. It was all about them anyway, so who cares? But yeah.
If all this sounds ridiculous and has slightly piqued your interest as just random AIW fans, fear not, because you are not alone. Because John Thorne's two friends decided the same thing happened to them before the show even started. We were out Saturday night at the VIP, and Sunday morning, your friends left their girlfriends behind.
Oh yeah, they had some big heat.
They were hot.
They were in trouble.
Yeah.
They were in trouble because they wanted to go to a 9-year-old's birthday.
They were
party.
curious to see what was gonna happen.
So Scotty and bartender Nick Sanka show up. They also partake in drinking the beer.
Got so curious. Scotty wanted to experience a little action.
Wanted to take a rock bottom.
Wanted to take a bump. Yeah. And so bartender Nick Sanka hit him with a rock bottom, and Scotty forgot to breathe.
I don't think Scotty wants to take any more bumps.
No, I don't think he does either.
He's done with that. Worldwide, you had I think one of John Thorne's favorite moments in planning your match that day.
Really?
As we're standing outside the barn.
Oh God! Watching him and Philly Collins look like dudes that had. There are two guys that have been in the business that combined like maybe 9 months, and they looked like two guys that had been up and down every road, had been big once, and were now wrestling in front of 30 kids, both standing out by a transformer in the back, electrical transformer, smoking cigarettes and holding a beer going, "I don't want to do anything. What do you want to do? I don't want to do anything."
Man, I'm old. I already figured this shit out. But fucking, no, that was great. I mean, as I said, fucking PME is the midnights to our rock and roll express in the weird world, man.
Back on that.
Talk about putting yourself on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we found we're the greatest
We're one of the greatest tag teams ever, and
We're the greatest tag team ever. I hope to work them forever and make $1 million. And really, I'll just take 100. But whatever the fuck.
Thorne, will you book the Duke to manage the Weird World?
No.
I have newer said no. I don't think to anything. I will say no to that.
I know it wouldn't even be.
He'd kill our heat. No.
Shit.
What kind of parties do you think that you could take the Duke to? Would he fit in with anybody?
I got there's like some dance parties here and there. At the Chamber over underneath the Fantasy. There's a nice new wave night.
He's got
Pretty normal people.
Here's
It's normal people going to listen to new wave music. There's like girls. It's nice. Not that gay.
Here's the problem with Worldwide and I. Worldwide is a very outgoing party guy, likes to mix it up with people, likes to go to all these different places.
All walks of life.
All walks of life. I hate everyone. So I don't think I could actually go, because I'd want to either leave or fight someone or whatever in about 2 minutes, and then somebody pee on me because it's a worldwide party, and then I'd get pissed, and it'd be...
That's only in the bedroom, buddy.
Oh, is that where that
Yeah,
happens?
you gotta leave that in the bedroom.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know
Actually,
the
no.
rules.
One time I peed
I didn't get a run sheet, so I don't
One
know.
time
I
at a
don't know
bar
the-
in downtown Willoughby, I pissed on a girl underneath the table because she said that she liked Green Day fucking American Idiot better than Dookie. And I was like,
there's good enough reason as any, I guess.
to hell with you. And I just whipped it out and pissed on her underneath this bar table. And my friend Sam just like looked and was just like, "You're real hot about this." I'm like, "Yeah, and I got to piss." Okay. But
I don't know where to go from there.
John,
and that was like 10 years ago. So I was
As you
so
listen
much
to this-
older then. I'm younger than right now, as
you
Bob
listen to
Dylan
this
would say.
and look back and forth, are you still amazed that you pulled off a pop-up birthday party show with
I mean, you
this
talk
type of
about two
roster?
ends of the spectrum. It's sitting on each side of
We're
me.
two sides
This is
of
like
the same
Thorne,
coin.
John Thorne is effectively watching the world's worst tennis match.
Do you wanna give
He
your
just looks at Worldwide and looks at me and looks at Worldwide
You wanna
and
give
looks
your
at me.
birthday party
Guns.
pitch?
He's just checking guns and guts.
Worldwide,
And,
Worldwide and Duke
we're
both
doing good.
flexing now.
Yeah, now I'm flexing.
Do you want to give your birthday party pitch real quick?
My birthday party pitch?
Yeah, you got one after that?
No.
Oh, well, if you're having a birthday party.
I don't even know what's going on.
If you're having a
in this
birthday
episode
party and you want pro wrestling, hit us up. You can email me.
Also,
Steve
bachelor
at,
parties, Jeff Slater, holla.
Yeah, email me, Steve at
Yeah, we've done
AIWrestling.com.
bachelor party. We've done a birthday party.
Bat mitzvah
Maybe,
party.
maybe we'll do a leather party
Yeah,
once.
we need to do new. Need to
Hey,
do
Bounce has a hell of a fucking,
Bounce
you
is
know,
a
like
game club.
patio.
I'm aware,
Oh.
Steve guy. You didn't need to tell me you've been there.
I've never been
I
there.
completely understand.
I've never been there.
Well, what if you
Not that
were?
there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
No, I haven't. I went to. I
you're
went
so
to,
fucking dismissive.
You got to go to Thorne's class. You're a cis normative hetero member of the
Fucking figure
patriarchy.
your shit out, fucking Steve guy.
If you
Oh,
let
I'm a
me
fucking
finish-
blonde guy with a fucking beard.
You let me finish. I am not.
Fucking white privileged Steve guy over here.
Piece of shit.
Listen, worldwide.
This is getting real political.
For once,
Why don't you? You're the one that went to diversity class. Bury this guy. Come on.
worldwide. If for once you'd let a guy finish, what I was going to say is that
I never let a guy finish.
there. That's there we go.
Oh.
Set him up. Set him up.
Good night, everybody.
Set him up. Set him up for that.
Good night, everybody.
Yes. So
We'll
I've
let you
never
talk
been
about
to,
that another day.
never been to Bounce, but I was.
Have you been to the
courting-
Hawk?
No, but I was courting a lady once. I went to Twist.
Courting a lady? What, did you take her out for lemon ices? And
Oh, you had to like You had to like.
Listen,
you couldn't just
I'm not
go
gonna
to
take-
Twist. You had to be courting a lady.
No, because
So insecure, Steve guy.
I'm just
I don't
saying
know,
that's
man.
how I ended up there.
I'm courting a lady.
Oh, you know what, Duke? Some of us hang out with females, okay?
Well, I hang out with them, but I've never said I'm courting you.
I didn't
or
know the proper
I'd like
terminology.
to court you.
I don't know.
You know?
No, he's
I was
not
trying-
courting. He's courting, and
Some of us got to keep it classy on
She's
the show,
dead now.
all right? Some of us got to use classy words.
John Thorne's the classiest one of all of us. If you ask him.
he's charming.
charming.
He's charming.
Oh, you're not classy? Then?
That's two
No.
totally different things.
Two totally different things. No class.
No, that is very true. That is very true.
Can we get this back on track?
Well,
yeah. What was the show about?
This is going to be real hard to edit. You guys are just yelling at each other. There's a lot.
No,
of-
I think this one you just fucking let loose.
we were talking about the birthday party. I think
BPCW,
we-
brother. I'll never
We're trying to get
forget.
more bookings. We're trying to get more
Yeah,
off the wall
we need
bookings.
more off the wall bookings.
I mean, we'll show up for pretty much anywhere for an affordable price.
If the card's on file, we'll show up.
You heard all the filth right here. We take all that filth and we filter it into quality.
Oh yeah,
family entertainment.
Nobody did anything wrong at the birthday party. Nobody said anything wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. We know we're all pros. We know
Potty
what's up.
mouths on those little kids, though.
I was
Jeez.
gonna say you were talking about me for slander, and there was one little kid had a filthy potty mouth, yelled at a certain roster member of that show.
It's Norwalk. What do you expect?
yeah.
We wrestle at a place they sell livestock. I mean,
We
you know,
really
it's
did.
not like it's a classy
And where I met my
classy
for-
building.
I'm pretty sure I told you.
Which I'm his
I
ex-girlfriend.
told the birthday boy he was going to be an orphan.
And where I met my
and that just destroyed.
You told him he was going to be an orphan. The Duke told the kid that his parents wished they had a girl,
Yes, and the jury was still out.
which they did have a girl.
That's like a great
middle
practical joke that me and my one brother pulled on our youngest brother.
This is going to get really weird.
No, he was about to turn 5 years old, and we were both older than him. I'm the oldest. God help them all. And we told him, we're like, hey, you're about to turn 5. Do you know what happens when you turn 5? And he's like, no, what? We're like, your wiener falls off. And then if it grows back, you're going to be a boy. But if it doesn't, you're a girl. This happens to everyone when they turn 5. You know, has no one told you this yet? So at his birthday party, he's at his cake. He's bawling his fucking eyes out. And my parents are like, what the hell's the matter with you? He's like, I don't want my wiener to fall off. And
getting a little exposure into the upbringing of Worldwide, and it's as frightening as I expected.
This is the same brother that we used to like shoot Mongolian chop all the time, and now he's an asshole. We don't understand why.
Well, because his wiener fell off and he chopped him
all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is like, I feel like Worldwide should be laying on the couch right now. I think we've transitioned into a therapy session.
Look, this is why we need you to donate to our Patreon account or just straight up PayPal us, because
Thank you for all the birthday presents last weekend.
we're doing things like this and booking birthday parties because we need that money. Our monetary funds are still down from YouTube. We don't know what's going on there.
I don't think it's ever coming
So
back.
was that the gimmick? They just decided wrestling content was too
they're
dangerous for advertisers?
It's not just wrestling. It's pretty much.
Well, like not safe content. So they just said,
I mean,
that's
there's
fucking bullshit.
like pretty much anything that
Bunch
could.
of chicken-hearted coward pieces of shit.
Yeah, there's all. They're, like
you
they
go.
pretty much killed everything that's not like super family friendly, like cartoons or something.
What's up, everybody? Alex Worldwide Kellar here to tell you all about at Thrift Store Jobber on Instagram. That's right, at Thrift Store Jobber. He is looking up all the best in vintage wrestling merchandise so you don't have to. For example, we have this Austin 316 shirt. It's stone cold with 316 on the knucks, punching through the glass on the front. And on the back, it says, when you hear the glass, it's your ass. And let me tell you something, this thing looks like I'd like to kick back and drink a couple of Steve Weisers too. Oh, hell yeah! Worldwide at Thrift Store Jobber on Instagram.
You always say is that wrestling is a very unique thing because it brings all sorts of different people together.
It does. It brings all sorts of walks of life together.
And I
This
just thought of
episode
that
is
as I sit in this room right now.
never in a million years would these two ever.
No, absolutely not.
Not in the least. Maybe in passing at a
two
casino.
two
and
college
I'd be a real
degrees, CPA, softball player with
4-time dropout. High school, community college, bartending college, one wrestling school. I think I passed the second one. I don't know.
Did you get your...
Hold on. Well, this is totally off topic.
Okay.
But this is my
wrestling's on topic this show.
This is my favorite story about Worldwide. Talk about your college career.
Oh, what? Going to Lakeland Community College for...
First of all, did you get your GED? Is that how
No, listen. This is what I'm getting to. Listen.
No.
Okay,
All right.
all
This
right.
is back in the day.
And explain why you did it.
Oh, because my dad wanted to keep me on his insurance. So I didn't give a shit. And this is back when like your insurance cut off at like 24 or whatever, not 26, pre-Obamacare, which I'm on right now. Thank you all very much. And fuck you all very much.
You're welcome.
But
You're welcome for me paying for it.
hey, I get injured in that ring, ladies and gentlemen. It's on you
Talk
guys.
Politics podcast coming soon.
Oh, well, what was the gimmick? Strong politics, Pete. Yeah.
That's Duke with 3 Ks. But
Oh, ouch.
no. He knows way too much about early 90s and late 80s hip hop.
That's right.
But, which is really, we're going to do a spin-off podcast just about that same show.
Go back to
Oh, yeah.
insurance,
Oh,
Lakeland
wait.
Community
So,
College.
I basically just went to stay on my dad's health insurance. But
This is not what you told me.
Wait, what did I tell you?
You told me that you dropped out of high school,
Uh-huh.
but they don't check.
Oh, on job applications.
Yes.
Yeah. So any of you high school dropouts out of there, if you can just go to community college for a semester and also drop out, sometimes on job applications it says, most recent or highest,
So they assume if you
they
got
assume
into
if you went to
college, you
community
graduated high
college
school.
that you graduated high school. So then you
It's a fair assumption, I guess.
you gimmick around it, and then bing bang boom, fucking.
So he went to community college just so he could put some college on his on his work applications.
Okay.
But yeah, so for any of you high school dropouts out there, I don't recommend it, but that's something you can do.
The confusing thing that you just said was he could put some college on his job applications. When has he ever filled out a job application?
Oh, several times, but not for many years.
You ever get called back?
I'm people that know people.
Okay.
Only last job application I put in was with the Fed for fucking extra work, and those cocksuckers aren't.
Alex
bringing me
All
back.
Cash Kellar.
He's dropped the
He is all
cocksucker
cash.
twice on this show.
I can.
One time I said, "Hey man, I think I could hook you up with a job at this place. I know this guy that's hiring people." He goes, "Oh fuck that, man. They pay with check."
Yeah, he's got it with.
Oh, what? You're talking about the fucking Agora? Yeah, fuck that shit.
From a business perspective, this is like the worst conversation I can possibly have because he's like violating every fucking rule I'm supposed to uphold, and so I have to sit here and
What are
listen
you,
to this.
some
but-
agent of fucking Satan?
No, I'm
What's
just
going on
saying.
here?
It's just like I'm just like holy shit. But it's like because you think you even asked me what's the maximum amount of money I can make so I can still get fucking Medicaid or whatever the fuck else it was. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
If you pull in around $8,000, you're safe. I don't know.
That is inside the wrestling world. Duke, not
that's-
a stickler for the rules.
Outside,
the rules.
I am very much a stickler for the rules outside. That is the best part about.
That's the funny thing.
Like,
Is
when
being
you-
the babyface son of a bitch that I am, I pay attention to all the rings and all the rules inside of that squared circle.
people don't know anything until you start fucking with their money. Then they become absolute geniuses about every aspect of what involves them.
TurboTax, man.
Oh man, this is all over the place.
It really is.
I
I
don't
look
have a
forward
lot,
this one to Doc Gallows because I feel like he'd appreciate.
I don't
this.
have a lot to contribute to this one because
you
I
know,
am just
you're pretty quiet.
I am just in awe.
You are like
I can't even bust the Duke's balls because I somewhat feel bad for him right now.
you're
Why?
like Mr. Whiskers or a dog watching tennis on a
just
TV.
This banter going back and forth, I feel like this is his own personal hell.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, spoiler alert, little backstage hookup. That was just before you hit the play button. You said, "What are we going to talk about?" I don't know. Why don't we just let those two go at it? So-
That's kind of where we are.
And it has gone at it.
It's you know what it is. God damn it! It's this fucking Christmas sale. You've had this shit in here so long. Easily double the percentage. Getting out of this Parma hellhole back to fucking civilization. I'm probably gonna get in a wreck or fucking a goddamn fight with the police.
It has nothing to do with you've been drinking the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it has everything to do with like your fucking fermented ass, old ass fucking Christmas ale, man. Stop saving this shit for sadness and just drink it.
Update from the beginning of the show. Worldwide did eventually get that Christmas sale open.
He did.
It's already
He
gone.
Did I ever?
use those muscles he's been showing off.
He's showing them off again,
Shit.
folks. It's already gone. So I'm sure that has nothing to do.
Oh, not
with
these.
anything. What? How many times are you
They're
gonna?
on my goddamn biceps right now, Steve.
Nobody
guy.
will listen. Oh, look
Fucking
at that.
tell them all about curvature, the peak. Wait a minute. Let me put a goddamn try on you. Oh, you can't even describe it because you just can't. What do you know about my goddamn fucking tan line? You don't know shit, Steve,
He
guy,
just-
because you don't know goddamn fucking
Well, I
shit.
just
You ruddy
pointed
face
to his
piece of
hand.
goddamn beard and shit. Now you trim up your fucking neck, you cocksucker.
By the way, Steve Guy, you
No,
don't.
I got
you-
neighbors, man.
Yeah. By the way, Steve Guy,
I feel like you have really thick walls. You're a man of
You
means.
don't know shit because you don't know shit. That's pretty much exactly what he just
He
said.
just told me to. He asked me, "What do I know about this tan line?" and pointed to the long pants that he's wearing, as if I could see.
I
some
wore
sort of
dark
tan
pants
line.
because can't be taking bathroom breaks during this shit. Sorry, Thorne.
Did he just say he peed himself?
No, I haven't peed myself.
You
but
shit yourself? Is that what you're saying?
no, not yet.
Oh, all right.
Not for a long
Something
time.
to look forward to on next week's podcast.
I lost my gallbladder a long time ago, and any of you listeners out there that ever lost a gallbladder, you know the struggle. But
Oh my
All right. I don't think they listen to this in any emergency rooms or
I'm sure a
homes.
few AIW fans lost a gallbladder or two and know about the fucking affliction.
Okay. Well,
But like I said, it's been years. I know my body now.
Okay, glad you got in touch with yourself.
Oh, that's all the time. But
I don't even know what to say.
other than when I'm touching.
even I'm pretty much at a loss for words at this point.
Maybe that's a good stopping point.
BPCW will never die. Donate to the Patreon so you can fucking get this Rise and Fall of BPCW DVD that we're working on.
What is BPCW?
Bachelor Party, Birthday Party, Championship Wrestling.
That's more words than initials.
Yeah.
Well, you know, BPCW.
The B is flexible.
Yeah.
Bachelor or
Much like
birthday.
worldwide. Yeah. Okay. All right.
2017, man.
Got to open up those horizons.
Well, folks, I think that's going to do it here on this.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy birthday to me.
We hope this was.
Thanks to the troops, and open yourself up to
You don't want to see what
horizons.
Duke just did with his hands, ladies and gentlemen. I am fucking
That's
disgusted.
not what. we
Oh
meant.
man, fucking worldwide.
Yeah, thanks to all those who served this great nation so that we could put
Thanks
on.
for everyone that served me some shit over this weekend. J-Lit was awesome, guys. I was traveling to the future and the past. It was sick.
Thank you to Nax. Thank you
Yeah,
to
Nax.
Malls.
Yeah, I
Said
guess.
that at the beginning of the show.
Balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks to them. Thanks to Angelo's Pizza, Thrift Store Jobber, Smart Mark Video.
Thanks to all the guys for
Jack
coming
Prince.
out for the show. Thanks,
All the fans.
all the fans. Thanks to some of the first timers that came in.
Everyone that fucking booked at the Hojo.
Thanks to Little Guido and for him drinking his
Guido.
95 Bud Heavies. I believe you call them.
And a couple vodkas.
Thanks to whoever patched me up. I'm pretty sure I bled buckets this weekend.
Probably.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure it had nothing to do with your match and everything to do with somebody backstage.
Exactly.
Well, I just had a very sensitive nose. What can I say, man?
well,
Ay.
Life gives you lemons. Bust open my fucking nose. And let Tracy deal with that.
just. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It
Again, remember when
the kid that just keeps on
voting
giving.
for co-hosts, the Duke
Yeah,
1279.
John, are we at the point where people should
No,
start voting
Andy
for
Tower
co-hosts?
Skin.
I don't even know.
No, really, everyone needs to vote for Biggins getting well soon.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this episode will definitely get them on board with that.
Yeah, hands down.
I'm
If you
actually
didn't want
kind of on
Biggins
board with
feeling
it
better
too.
by now. What the fuck took you so long?
Folks, for Alex Worldwide Keller,
BPCW,
the Duke,
AIW,
and
1279.
AIW
The Duke 1279.
and AIW owner
3Ks.
John Thorne. My name is Steve Guy. This has been AIW's The Card is Going to Change. At least mostly it's been that and a whole lot of everything else. Let us know what you think. Follow us at AI Wrestling on Twitter, and we'll talk to you folks next week.
And look for the spin-off podcast of the Duke and Worldwide Talking Politics coming to our podcast feed very soon.
I'm sorry, everyone. I
The AIW
apologize.
family.
I apologize for this episode. Sorry.
There are no apologies, Duke.
Join us here in a couple weeks, June 10th, at Tequila Jack's Night of the Creeps.
And you can look forward to the Duke not being there.
I will not be there unless I'm in the main event.
And the Weird World doing good things.
Keep the streak alive.
All right.
Yes.
Talk to you next week, folks.
Worldwide.
What the fuck, man?
Hey, Christmas. Hey, I'll put me over the edge, man.